Hello, you Welsh summer school superstars. My name is Matthew Rhys. I am an actor by trade, a professional face puller from a place called Cardiff. Some of you may have heard of it. Most of you will pretend not to have heard of it. I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for what you've just achieved. Out of hundreds of applicants, you've made your way to a very prestigious summer school. Albeit online, virtually. I virtually graduated many things, but sadly never did. You, however, have taken the first step in doing something incredible, and I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on doing so.
Thank you, Matthew, for such a fantastic welcome and introduction to our Seren Summer School participants this year. We've been chatting, and I know you're kind of aware of how motivated and high achieving our year 12 students are attending this programme. And I just wondered, what did you aspire to be growing up at that age, sort of in year 12? Was it always acting? You know, what were your aspirations, and how did you apply yourself and motivate yourself to get there? What can you tell our students listening now that you wish you'd known then?
There's many things I'd like to tell them. There's many things I'd like to tell my younger self. However, when I was their age, I suffered from a national affliction called lack of self-confidence. And so I'd had this enormous love of acting and theatre my whole life, but it never occurred to me that I could possibly be good enough or talented enough to make a professional career out of it. So although all I was dedicating my time to was acting and everything that surrounded that, really I was thinking, well, maybe I should be thinking of now getting, you know, as my parents said, a possible normal career or something a lot safer. And then through a series of events and sequences, I made the bold decision to go, no, actually, I am going to try and make a career and a living out of this. And not only that, I'm gonna break all my Welsh rules about what we're allowed to do, and I'm going to apply to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, something I couldn't even fathom or dream of doing possibly the year before. And I did, and I got in and shocked myself. But what I misunderstood, I think, and I was very lucky to have been handed on an incredible work ethic by my parents, who are educators. And what I'd done, almost unbeknown to kind of trying to drive myself to this singular moment, was I tried to experience as many things as possible and do them to my greatest ability. And I think it's one of the greatest informers of certainly going into acting, but I think it serves you in life, that if you're trying as many things as possible and doing them to the nth degree, to the greatest of your ability, you'll find out what your strengths are, and you'll find out how all those things will aid your strengths as well. So I've always been curious. I've always enjoyed trying new things, but I think what I'd done in years of kind of doing singing and acting and orchestra and all these different things, they'd all kind of led me and kind of lasered me to this one moment, and I have, you know, informed my career.
I think that's fantastic words of advice. I hope, and I'm sure the students we are speaking to now will really take that on board. Do you have any kind of congratulatory words you'd like to share, Matthew, with our Year 12 students? They'll be watching you now.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say, I think there's a regard of the upper echelons of, you know, English education, and Oxford University being one of them, that is pedestaled and plinthed enormously, especially by us in Wales. You know, one of our greatest afflictions is we're always told, oh, the prefix to Wales is small. It's a small country, it's a small principality, it's a small everything. And I think that sadly informs our mindset. So to us, places like Oxford University are, like I say, pedestaled. And the fact that you 80 superstars have taken the first step in kind of striking down that wall and breaking down the wall of self-doubt, of anxiety, and going, you know what, I actually am going to give it a go. I am going to write an essay about intelligence, real or artificial. I just like to point out at this point, all my intelligence is artificial. However, yours is clearly not. And what you did was prove in 700 words that you're worthy of Oxford University Summer School. So I want to say an enormous congratulations, because what you've done is taken the first step in an incredible journey that I hope will only now propel you.
Matthew, as you'll be aware, this programme that our students are currently on, it should have been in Oxford. It should have been a residential programme. For obvious reasons, in 2020, we have had to reevaluate that and plan accordingly. And we now have this fantastic digital or virtual offering. But for these participants who can't be in Oxford this summer and maybe can't experience university at the moment in a way that they might usually, to get those experiences and really kind of figure out what might be the right place for them, or if even, if that's what they're considering. Any advice that you might give to these students who maybe can't experience university in a way that they might usually at the moment?
Yes, I think as a nation, we're always slightly sometimes accused of our great pessimism. And I think what I love most is proving people wrong, but also finding in a moment when you think one thing is disappointing, is looking for the opportunity within that disappointment. Yes, I'm sure it's very disappointing that, it's going to be a virtual course. And as I said, I've virtually done a number of things, but you've actually done something and achieved something incredible. So think of this opportunity as exactly that, an opportunity. Therefore, think about, okay, fine, but I won't be at Oxford. So therefore, let me mine the resources possible to me on this summer course. What are all the questions I can ask about the next step? What are all the things I can glean or draw out of this experience, albeit being in my bedroom, now that I have this wealth, this ocean of resource at my virtual fingertips? And let it be a spur, let this just, wet the whistle as to get you to the real bricks and mortar of Oxford in the very close future. So just allow it to be a springboard and think of it as nothing more than that, and an incredible opportunity.
Thank you so much, Matthew, Rhys, for joining us today. The support and encouragement you are showing these students is remarkable, and it's really appreciated. And I guess I'd like to ask, to kind of wrap up, what good luck message and what final words would you like to offer our students to wish them on their way with this summer school? Some wise words to leave them with, to think about this week.
I've never had a wise word in my lifetime, so I'm not about to start now. I just want to say, I'm incredibly proud of this fact that all these young people have taken, I know I've said this, you've taken the hardest step, which is the first one in application. You've overcome that fear. Now, the world's your lobster, which is the old Welsh saying, but it truly is, because now that you've done that, you can do anything. Anything is possible now. And that's all I want to reiterate is be brave in those moments, be bold, follow in the footsteps of Jesus College greats that are prime ministers, Harold Wilson, Lawrence of Arabia, Welsh, but follow in the footsteps of these incredible people and propel yourself into those footsteps yourselves, because the sky's the limit. So ewch amdani, dyfal donc a dir y garreg. The old Welsh saying that I love so much is, if you strike the rock enough times, it will break, and that's all you have to do. And you've taken the first strike, so break the rock. And my incredible congratulations and my greatest well wishes and best wishes to you on what is the beginning of an incredible adventure.